So guys, we have an update regarding the release of the iPhone SE 3, so let's delve into it. But first, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumours. And with that being said, let's just tuck in. So the folks over at IT Home believe the iPhone SE 3 is going into the trial production stage. So this basically means Apple's doing their final test for mass production of this iPhone and the components that are needed to build this phone, and of course that means we are inching very close to mass production. And so yes, this all basically means that, like we've heard in the past, we are going to see a spring release for the iPhone SE 3. And this does make a ton of sense because all iPhone SE models have been released in the spring, and of course, iPhone-wise, they do stick to a pretty consistent release schedule, so I do think the SE models are always going to release in the spring, much like the flagship iPhones release in September. Now, in case you're wondering whether we're going to see a press release or an event for the iPhone SE 3, we do think it's going to be the latter, because there's been a plethora of reports regarding a ton of products Apple's launching in the spring. This includes the higher-end iMac, the higher-end Mac Mini, the iPhone SE 3 of course, the iPad Air 5, and also maybe the MacBook Air with the M2 chip. So yeah, that's quite a lot of releases, with many of them being pretty major announcements, and so yes, I do see Apple giving us another jam-packed spring event, much like they did this year. Now as for the upgrades coming to the SE 3, I can sum this up pretty quickly. So this is going to be the SE 2 with a new chip and 5G. Yes, there are no other changes, and yeah, I know this is going to be a pretty boring update, but to be honest, it seems Apple's sole incentive to give us a new SE is of course giving it 5G, since many carriers prefer selling 5G phones over 4G phones, since they can get their customers on very expensive 5G plans, and so for Apple sales to increase, they're jumping on the 5G bandwagon with the iPhone SE. And I can already see the carriers promoting this as the cheapest 5G iPhone yet, and that alone might convince average consumers to get this. In fact, in this new report, Apple is expecting to sell 30 million iPhone SEs next year. That's a pretty massive number when you consider that, of course, this is essentially an iPhone 8, which is essentially an iPhone 6 from 2014. And yeah, I guess some do prefer the older form factor, but to be honest, I think this is going to be pretty bad value, and I urge that many of you guys considering the SE 3 get an older iPhone instead. The iPhone XR and the 11 are still great iPhones, and they can be found for around the price of this new iPhone. So yeah, those are my thoughts, guys. But tell me in the comments below, do you think the SE 3 is going to be a popular device or not? Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumours. Check out the video in the card above on details regarding the iPhone 14 series. And on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya, peeps.